Hello. In this video, I'll be talking about the functionalities and workings in the music group booking system, which is an interactive Java program that allows the client to manage the reservations and perform other tasks for the music groups in Vegan Academy. But first launching the application, a login screen will appear. The login screen, along with all the other screens, have a drag functionality, as can be seen. If the wrong username or wrong password is inputted into the fields, such as here, there will be a notification that informs user of a mistake, and he will not be allowed to move on to the next screen. If the user wants to clear the inputs that he has made, he can do so by pressing the cancel button, where both fields will become empty. Now, there's only one set of working credentials for the screen, as proposed by the client. And when these credentials are inputted, the success message is displayed and the user can proceed to the main menu. Once the main menu is accessed, there are 5 major functions, namely input new booking, view history, delete or modify booking, view bookings and timetable, and reset data. First, we will begin with the timetable function, as this will be used as a reference to show proof that the reservation functions work properly. Currently, the database is empty as no reservations have been made yet. Therefore, if the check button is pressed, all the reservation slots will show an empty status. Now, the back button can be pressed, which will return the user to the main menu. Now we will take a look at the input new booking function. As can be seen, there is a mix of text fields and data combo boxes for the reservation process. As there are text fields, several data validation methods are set. Firstly, if we input an integer for the name and a random email, an error message will pop up along with the accompanying details. Similarly, if any of the text fields are left blank, for example, the email, another error message is displayed. So now we will input a new working booking under the name Senuas, email 20 Senuas, with room number B and time 9 o'clock. And when we press the submit button, the reservation is stored and is successful. One thing to notice is that the time is put in increments of 1 hour, ranging from 7 o'clock until 3 o'clock, and this was a request by the client. Another thing that the client wanted was so that only one person could book 1 booking per day. Therefore, if Senuas tries to book another room, for example, B12, an error message will be displayed. Besides this, the program is set so that each slot can only be booked by 1 person, and therefore 2 people are not allowed to book the same rooms. Therefore, if I have someone with the name Liz Nga and the email 20 Liz Nga, and I try to have her book room B at time 9, an error message will be displayed. For later use, I'll create a new booking for Liz Nga with room type A, time 10, and also one more under the name Nick La, email 20 Nick La, with a room number type C and time of 12 o'clock. Before moving on to the other functions, we will go to the timetable screen and see that the changes have been made. And as can be seen, there are 3 different changes that say, 3 different slots that say that they are booked. Now, we will look at the delete or modify booking screen. The screen has 2 functions in one, which is to delete a made booking or to modify the details of a made booking. Similarly, it also possesses data validation functions to check whether there's an input, as can be seen. This function works that only 1 booking can be made per day, and therefore shows simplicity with minimal buttons to be pressed and inputs to be made. It can even be seen in the modified to section, which only contains 2 combo boxes. Therefore, the display is simple, straightforward, and easy to operate. This function centers around the email of the user rather than a name, as it is a unique form of identification. If we put an email that does not have any relation with the reservation, such as 20 Joe Rao, an error message will be displayed. To delete the booking, we'll take the example of Nicolas' email at 20 Nicolas, where he made the booking for room C at 12 o'clock. A delete message and success message will be displayed after its completion. Moving on to the modify function, all that needs to be done is to change the room number and time from the combo boxes. For this example, we will change 20 Liz Nga's booking, which was formerly room A at 10 o'clock, to room B we're going to change to room B at 2 o'clock or 14 o'clock. And we press the modify button, the success message is displayed. We will again check the timetable screen to check whether the change is made. So when you press the check button, it can be seen that room C at 12 o'clock, which was Nicolas, has changed its status to empty. Meanwhile, this has old room booking for room A at 10 o'clock has the empty status, while the modified room booking, which was room B at 2 o'clock, shows the book status. Therefore, this shows that the functions were successful. Now we'll proceed to the history display and function. Here there is no input, which thus makes it very easy and understandable to use. When the check button is pressed, we can see the full details of the bookings that were created, deleted, or modified. This display shows the full details of the action performed, including the ID number, name of student, email of student, room number, type, time of the reservation, and the date of the action performed. As you can see here, all the previous actions are found. And lastly, but not least, there is the reset data function, which is used to wipe all the data and the reservations from the database. The function is unique to the administrator of the system, which is why there is another added layer of authentication. The same validation method regarding no input also applies here, and the cancel button also works in the same way. When the wrong password is inputted, such as wrong, we can see that an error message is displayed. However, when the correct password is inputted, the one that has been set by the administrator, we can see that a success message has been displayed and the function is successful. We can again take the timetable as a reference, and when we press check, we can see that all the slots are again identified as empty, indicating that no reservations have currently been made. This concludes the features of the music room booking system. An extension is adding an admin feature that will allow him to accept or reject a booking made by a student. The admin uses different credentials, which will bring him to a different main menu that possesses this feature. Here, he can see the bookings and choose to either accept or reject the bookings, which allows the booking system to be more controlled. This can be done by creating more relations within the database, as can be seen here.